Thokozani, I am Pobadimu, the advocate of Ilozi, and I welcome you to my channel. Thank you so much for choosing to view my video. I am so happy because we are almost at 100 videos. So it is basically the countdown of the videos, because I know I promised you a live when we reach our 100th video. But not just 100 videos, but we are sitting on 15,000 and counting subscribers. I am grateful for you spreading the word everywhere you go and telling the people about Pobadimu. It's just, liberating and very spirit lifting to actually see, the feedback I've been getting. Actually, I've turned into an online Govela. because of how people's journeys have been altered and of how people have grown spiritually. So don't call me a Govela, guys. I'm a spiritual mentor. That is so like 1980s. I'm a spiritual mentor and I teach. So I thank you so much. That is my job. So every time you give me the beautiful messages, as in like, Gogo, thank you so much. I've traveled so far with my spiritual life because of you. I haven't met you, I haven't seen you, I haven't consulted with you, but you have put me at such a level that I'm so grateful to be at. So that brings me joy alone. I am happy to hear that. It brings me so much peace and happiness in my heart. But great things are still coming, and I appreciate each and everyone for always coming through to watch my videos, I'm just grateful, because without you this channel wouldn't be a success, because I've started literally from 1 subscriber to 15,000 subscribers, and you always come in to watch this face. Gosh, I love you. I love each and every one of you. But moving on to other things. Oh yes, I'm back on Facebook. But I'm back on Facebook. It is so awkward, the energies on Facebook, and YouTube has got a different audience, Instagram has got a different audience, and Facebook has also got a different audience. So I'm also trying to find my way around Facebook. I feel like I'm new and I don't know anyone there, and I'm trying to catch up on my uploads, and but I just feel that with time people will delve into me, because as I reactivated my account, people that were my friends on my account now see me as I'm this person. Who are you? And all the time I've been their Facebook friend, and it's just crazy. And then you get the message. It's just crazy. But do go to my Facebook page. It's Pobadimu. Like and follow the Facebook page, and also follow my account, right? It's just crazy. But I think you'll see how everything works when you get there. So I am now Pobadimu everywhere. So I've when they say sometimes the internet, it's very crazy. Sometimes Googling yourself and you never find what you'll find about myself. So I've been doing the same thing, and the articles that were written about me, there's this one on this Opera News or something like this that's always writing about me, and my articles, I know about them, but these ones, there has been claims that I have a snake, because the reason I have a snake tattoo is because I have a snake. And now they did an article not so long ago about me being a Sangoma fashionista or something like that, and it's just, I just laugh. Sometimes you read things about yourself and you don't really know about them. But the internet is the internet. Once it's there, you can't retract it or whatever. But, not all publicity is good publicity. But thank you so much, because it means probably that person, because they have all my pictures, they have everything. It's just crazy. But thank you so much, whoever you are, because it shows that at least you are following my work, but some of the things that they're reading about me, they're just crazy. But anyway, so on today's diary session, I am going through what we call spiritual fatigue. I'm sure we kind of turn a blind eye to what's been going on, especially in our country, in our societies. It's just been heart-wrenching, and I've not been feeling well. I thought I was sick. Yes, I was just having a cold, and I think it's because of the river and everything else. But I was just not sick. I was not well. Excuse me. I'm experiencing a lot of spiritual fatigue. a lot of spiritual fatigue. It's so hard to even work, even when you're lighting on my candle. And my candle are just doing their own things. I've reached a point whereby I don't even answer partly anymore. I just light the candles and I go about my business because my heart is heavy. My spirit is heavy. And ever since all these things have started, they've been weighing down on my spirit because I'm having very restless nights. My dreams are just not clear. My mind is all over the place, and we also can't avoid the fact that we are on social media and these things. So you try to avoid some things, but it's there in your face and you can't get shy away about it. And I think this week also network has just been giving me trouble, so I had to also suspend work for the whole week because it's just been bad. And regardless of the network itself, my own spiritual network was just not connecting well. It's so hard to work under these conditions. I am a person that lives on energy. I'm a spiritual person, so everything around me affects me whether I like it or not. When we generally say I carry the world on my shoulders, we just say that as a figure of speech, but it is a reality because you can't shy away from the fact. I'm trying to concentrate, held a consultation in Dumbeni, but there's helicopters around, there's gunshots around, so it's very hard to even keep the minimalist of focus because you're thinking also the situations at home, and even the person that you're consulting, it's very hard for them to also kind of like concentrate because you're thinking of your job, you're thinking of so many things, security and all these other things. Imagine you're trying to like boo, 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 everything's going on there. Why were you last year? Like right now where we are, it's not necessarily enough irrelevant, but it's so hard to get the message across. I don't know if you hear me. So I'm one of those people that I'm a realist, and I tend to relate not only from a perspective of being on the other end, but also being on the other end. I try to. So I had to suspend consultation merely or rather because of such reasons that I've stated, and I just need us to be okay spiritually, because right now I'm avoiding a case of people wanting to book sessions out of anxiety, because that is also what I'm going through. The anxiety of something, this great big thing that is gonna happen. I'm picking it up with my spirit, and I was also having the same conversation with my friend this morning that the anxiety, it's bad. We're trying so hard to keep calm, but there's nothing you can keep calm about when so many things are just happening. So I purely understand. But should you want to consult, please make sure that you go consult kunguthi vele you've been planning around that. Don't consult of situations that are currently happening, because what I'm avoiding, people going to be scammed again. You're gonna be told that right now they burned down the mall or you lost your job because idlozimele likwenze ukuthi uyothwasa ngani ungasebenzi unganamali. You understand? Or you're being told ukuthi uyathakathiwa, that's why umsebenzi wakho uphelile bakuthumele ngemvutha emsebenzini. We're seeing what is happening on TV. Avoid falling scammed. Everyone is distressed. Everyone has got anxiety. So I just take this week as a week of just go through all of this, feel it, absorb it and exude it, because if we want to now start pointing things, we end up joining izinto zedlozi and making as though manje everything, you understand that things are happening, yes, because it was bound to happen and we can't shy away from that. But I'm avoiding it for you not to be scammed. So if you're gonna consult because vele it is something that you wanted to do, and it is bigger than this. Because honestly, going to consult wanting to check how's your business gonna survive after this, or ubani who threw the petrol bomb in your store, honestly, at this current point, it will just bring you stress upon stress. Honestly, the damage has been done, and the ripple effects are what we need to await, or we're going to feel after this, because it is just a lot spiritually, in I know with all this noise going on around, but honestly, what I'm hearing, Mina, spiritually, it is just a lot of voices in my ears at once, and it's causing me bad headaches, and it's causing me stress, and it's causing me anxiety, and I'm not at peace spiritually as a person, Mina, as I am okay, but right now my spirit is not settled. So I think that those are one of the valid reasons that work will not continue as usual. And secondly, when we look at in terms of orders with my, especially I'll just take my boutique as an example, some orders have been dispatched, so we don't know if they will get to people, where we used other courier bodies that are located in stores. And with certain courier companies, if you will get your orders, do let us know as the boutique, and I will also revert to my assistant to also look out for that. But I will release an official statement, I think, on all my media platforms, so that people know that if by that in let's just give this like 14 days or something along those lines, if you haven't received your orders, then you are able to send to just notify me and let me know that, Gog, I didn't receive my orders. It's going to be an of disadvantage and of expense, because of it's just a lot. We'll have to figure out how we're gonna work around this. It is a loss on my end, and it is a loss on your end as well, and it is a loss for also these companies, because it's just a lot, honestly, that is going on. And I know a lot of people, you worried about the security in your homes, your job, and you looking at the situation, it's only around the 15th, 16th, and not everyone has gotten paid. And the reality is that there's literally you're cooking every day, because I know one thing is that when you're home and you're stressed, food is an option. But now and you sing, there's no way you can get it, because even in my location there's no way we can get food. I went to Eastgate Mall because I went to go look for other things the other day. It was life as normal. But when you come back to the hood, Emakasi, there's no malls. Our malls have been trashed. So you kind of like ask yourself that, it is a lot happening. And it is sad. Last night I even drove out and went to check the situations of the looting, because there was a mall not far from me that was being looted as well. And the scenes there were very disturbing. People were being shot at, but people were carrying on drinking. There were fireworks, there were parties. It just was life as normal, and even all these things that were happening is normal. And honestly, I'm not judging anyone, because I went there just to observe the situation for myself, and I needed an excuse to get out of the house, because I was just experiencing so much information overload, from watching the news all day. And abo mama in their 50s, in their 60s, bakugama feridi, imibede, food, kids, young kids also looting, people looting for the minimalist things as rice, impupu, as in jalo, isn't it? You kind of look and say, sometimes you'll sit at home and be like, yo, but I don't know what to cook today, but there's someone that would look at rice, minimalist thing like rice as a luxury. But also in the midst of that, there were people in groups that you could see that they were traveling from Amalogis to Amalogishi and looting with the people as though it's people of that area, that they were saying, good, no, Tina Skale, Joburg, signed, I saw and went to this type of place, and now we are here because Caesar Goods, now there's looting here. We want more TVs, we want more food, we want this. So there's also that it's involved in these things that are going on. But amongst everything else, people are losing jobs, and it's just a sad time to watch, it's just a sad time to watch. We might be rejoicing and say, good, see, we are destroying these things for the government, but at the end of the day, it's our brothers and sisters that were employed in these spaces. But I am not one to voice for the politics, but I'm just also disappointed in our president to a certain extent. I felt the speech he gave us yesterday was supposed to say Ame on this podium and speak from a point of being a father and abuisi sizwe and stop all these things that are going on. But you can still see that he's bringing more division, because it's just escalating. So it is what it is. I just wish that by the time my son is my age, he doesn't have to live through all of these things that we're living through. Imagine such a small body. He's going, he's COVID, now this, now that. And I was watching soccer the other night, and football, they say in the other, I was watching football. Kudos to Italy. Italy took the cup, and life is going on as normal, babe. Everything is normal. They're hugging, they're kissing, they're spanking each other. Life is good. But with us, we still under these lockdowns as though we were kids. And I think for a certain, it's frustrating. It's frustrating in every industry of our lives. But I'm just here to voice out how I feel. It's a diary session after all, and I'm sure you also have your own frustrations at home, and we're trying so hard to have our own things going on. But right now, you're looking at your what you have. You're looking at this. Am I going to be able to survive? What if, things crash? I was looking at the dollar against the rand against the dollar, because we get paid in dollars. So I was looking at that, thinking that, it's just a lot of things going on right now. But I wish I could say let's pray, but I'm at a point where I have honestly nothing to say when I open my mouth. I am just quiet spiritually. There's nothing I can do. But all we can do is that singer, ride this wave out and wait for it. I don't know what is the outcome of all of this, but should the division continue, it is also going to divide our people, and our homes are divided. When I say divided, I'm meaning in a financial bracket, in a term of the affordability. People in upper areas are able to live life as though it's normal. Security is there, but here it is you need to look out for yourself or else. You feel me? And yeah, we just need to be safe. So I'll be releasing an official statement, I think, on my social in terms of how things are going to be directed. But it's just a bad feeling that I'm at. I feel like shit, and I'm sure you can also attest to that. There's this just pain that you feel in your soul. You don't know sees in your corner. So it's normal, perfectly normal. And I was getting bad headaches, and I thought it's honestly from being sick, and it's just, my spiritual inclinations were just, baby girl, you're just having too much on your spirit. So we're carrying the people's problem, and carrying the world. It is a lot. And I had interventions that needed to be carried out, that needed chicken, that needed goats. How are those things going to be carried out? Because goats have been stolen, chickens have been looted. So it's just a disadvantage right now. Yeah, it's a disadvantage because Tina, we need the minimalist of things like isnefi, paper, candles, utwala, islwane leso. So now when we can't even have access to that, so we only will opt to imsamiate and hibernate there and just wait the storm to pass out. But I think with a lot of friends that I've been speaking to, social media has been their only coping mechanism, because they get to go there and try to forget. But it's hard to forget, because when you go there, it's just information on information. So people are just under that, and it is what it is. You understand? So let us carry on. If you are able to work under these conditions, keep at it. If you can't, please voice out that, because we don't want you to go into a depressive mode and trying to prove a point to your employers whereby you are not okay spiritually. And it's just a lot. It's weighing heavy on the spirit. It's weighing heavy. And I even trying to read the sky last night. It was just giving me mixed frequencies, mixed signals. I was like, if the universe itself is feeling like this, then this is just one of those type of things. And I think there was a video I did on a diary session. I was reiterating that this year, amadlozi, blah, blah, blah. And I still hold the same sentiments, ngasho ngathi kuzofiwa and all of that. But this death, I understand it at a great length. It is not just a physical death, but a spiritual death, an emotional death. People are no longer just, abantu are numb. They are dead inside, and they don't care anymore. And I'm it's just a lot on my spirit. But I don't want to stress you, but it is what it is. So look after yourselves, take care of yourselves. Pray if you any energy to do so. If our corny, just light a candle. Lighting a candle has nothing to do with anything. I was also sharing to my friend that I was thinking that I could hold like an all-nighter candle ceremony, but there's not much. We are in a dark space, and be the light in your family, be the light in your world. And tensions are high, energies are high. You're gonna get on people's toes, you're gonna annoy people. Like I was saying, that I wish honestly I was someone, because I was going to disappear into someone's fuba and come back when all of this is gone. But you can't escape the reality. We are soldiers, whether we like it or not, and it is what it is. So we just have to keep on pressing on and see how everything outplays. But I love you. and I appreciate you. So I am Pobadimu on Instagram, and I am Pobadimu right here on YouTube, and I am Pobadimu on Facebook. So do go through and holler back, follow, like, yeah, make me, I don't know, because it's so crazy. Right now, it's just crazy. But do like go there, and I think I'll try to be more interactive because I'm still trying to reintroduce myself to the to the Facebook streets, because Facebook is like the hood of social media. Like Instagram is like the north coast. I've been even checking the social platforms. Instagram was like pay for the country, but when you go on Facebook, get it down, fair, like get it nap. When you go on Twitter, is worse. But now I'm like, let us just. But Facebook, I like the humor because I go there and I laugh a lot. There's just so much humor. It's so refreshing, not necessarily, but to see people that even in our plight of things going the way I did. So I'll just continue eating donuts because Leo, and have my snave, because at least when I have donuts around, I'm able to cope. I think I get high off them, and I just am able to function because I just going through so much anxiety. I'm okay, but I'm not okay. I hope you get what I'm saying. So to my friends, to my sisters, brothers that have lost jobs or whatever the case might be, or you are sitting at home and not doing anything, if you are able to reach out to friends at this point, but at this point you don't know, check on your neighbor, check on someone else. Are they okay? Do they have a meal? Until all of this dies out, your friends working in retail, your sisters, but they don't have money for rent. Your brothers or sisters running businesses. Check on those people. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Do you need anything? Let us do that. We need that for each other. But thank you so much for coming through once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you still haven't. I am Pobadimu, the advocate of Ilozi, a certified African doctor. And of course, these titles, we're just going to add. By the end of this year, I think I'm going to have about 5 to 10 titles. Why not? Why not? Oh, and like, it's a lot. And I'm a wife to Lozi. And it's a lot. So, but thank you so much, guys. I'll definitely see you later. Thank you so much for coming through. I am Pobadimu. This is another Oh My Lozi, Oh My Diary session, but school will be in session as much as Ilozi allows. I'll also come in, present myself to do the work. Sibambisane until the one spiritual agunaskati guyahanjwa. So keep well. So if you feel fatigued, I was go to Parliament at this time. Allow yourself to go through this week. It's a conference call. So look after yourselves. Thank you so much.